Whoa! Look how many is coming down. Oh my God. What the? Bro, it's like Independence Day out. Oh,
You might have heard that the United States of America is the most powerful country in the world. But the truth is very different. Throughout its short history, America has attacked many countries. It has almost always been the aggressor. Yet, despite always having far superior weapons and even more manpower than its enemies, America hasn't truly won a single war. Look at Vietnam. They bombed villages, burned half the country with napalm, and still lost. Look at Afghanistan. They launched a full-scale invasion of a nation already weakened and destroyed by the Soviets, and yet they couldn't defeat the Taliban. But perhaps the most embarrassing one was Yemen. A bunch of ragtag rebels humiliated America so badly that it'll be remembered in history books for 1,000 years. However, if we were to choose the single most humiliating defeat for both the US and Israel in their entire history, it would be the 12-day war with Iran. Because what they did to Iran, if someone were to do the same to Israel or America, their entire country would collapse within 48 hours. And yet, Iran is still standing, stronger than ever before. But why? Why couldn't the US and Israel, even with the direct help of 5 other countries, defeat Iran? And why will they never be able to? That's what we're going to cover in this video. And at the end, we'll also discuss why Iran agreed to a ceasefire. So get ready, because this video is going to make a lot of chosen people very unhappy. But remember, we're still on YouTube, and that means we have limits. If we shared the uncensored truth, this channel wouldn't last a day. So if you want the real story, the raw, unfiltered facts that YouTube won't let us show, head over to our Telegram channel. That's where we cover everything they try to hide. The link's in the description below. I'll see you there. America set a trap for Iran. They told Iran they wanted to negotiate, and when Iran lowered its guard, the US handed all intelligence to Israel about every member of the negotiation team. Israel received all the satellite imagery and the data needed to destroy a nation. Suddenly, every member of the negotiating team was killed, top Iranian scientists with their families and top Iranian generals with their families. Any official who could help Iran defend itself was gone. Iran later revealed that over 50 intelligence agencies had helped Israel. All Western countries, and even some of Iran's neighbors who pretended to support the Palestinians, were secretly involved. But here's the shocking truth. 90% of the damage was done by Iranians who were working with Mossad inside Iran. So the most destructive power Israel had over Iran wasn't its missiles or jets. The most powerful weapon in Israel's hands were the Iranians who helped them carry out tens of thousands of drone attacks. And all of that was the direct result of the insane amount of sanctions the West placed on Iran, for one reason only: to make life in Iran so unbearable that people would destroy their own government from within. Yet after only 12 hours, Iran gave Israel a military response that shocked Israeli generals. They said, "We thought with Iran's top officials gone, Iran couldn't attack back, at least not for 2 months." Hundreds of missiles flew toward Israel on the second day, and more than 60% got through Israeli and Allied defense systems. To understand how impossible that was, you must know the defensive picture. When a missile is fired from Iran, American satellites instantly warn Israel. All American equipment and radar in the Persian Gulf states help the US track every movement. Then US bases in Iraq, Syria, and Jordan try to intercept those missiles with Patriot systems. American and French fighter jets take off to shoot down drones and low-flying cruise missiles. If a missile gets through, Israel's Arrow 2 and Arrow 3 systems, with ranges over 2,000 kilometers, attempt to intercept. If Iranian missiles pass those, then David's Sling, with a range of about 300 kilometers, steps in with support from the American THAAD system, also with a range of 300 kilometers. If missiles still get past that barrier, American destroyers in the Mediterranean, equipped with Aegis systems and SM-3 and SM-6 interceptors, along with French and British destroyers, try to stop them. And finally, if Iranian missiles pass all of that, they face Israel's Iron Dome with a range of roughly 70 kilometers. All these layers of defense make Israel the most protected place in the world. Not even the US or Russia is that well defended. Despite all that, and despite having no clear general to lead the defense, over 60% of Iranian missiles still got through. And that was only the second day of the war. Israel, with the help of half the world, had sucker-punched Iran and still couldn't defeat it. When Iran got back on its feet, terror struck at the heart of the Israeli government. Benjamin Netanyahu knew things were about to go very badly from that point on, so he decided to use his ultimate weapon. On the third day, Benjamin Netanyahu came on TV and said something shocking. He asked the people of Iran to take to the streets, fight, and overthrow their government. He said he loved Iranians, even though he had bombed a children's hospital in Tehran on the second day, and he claimed he would make Iran a better place for Iranians. He believed Iranians would believe those lies. Someone tell me, how much did he make Gaza better than before? He must think Iranians have the same IQ as Trump. You have to remember, this was the plan of America and Israel, to make the Iranian people rise up and destroy their government. By killing officials and hitting infrastructure, and adding over 4 decades worth of sanctions that have never been imposed on any other country, both Israel and America thought they had already won. Put a fraction of that pressure on America and Israel, and their regimes would fall in 48 hours. But to their surprise, Iranians, despite every grievance and political agenda, went out into Iran's streets and showed support for their government. That was the moment panic hit Israel. It was time to play the victim card again. Israel went to the UN and accused Iran of being the aggressor, while claiming to be the victim in this war. To the world's surprise, it worked. They won a supportive vote at the UN, which shows we don't really have a functioning UN Council at all. It's like you go on the street and hit someone from behind with a metal baseball bat, and when that person immediately gets back on their feet, you get so scared that you call the police, ask for protection, and insist you're the victim. With all the evidence against you, the judge says you're innocent. For Iran, this wasn't new. By then, all 5 Israeli military bases were non-operational, and Israel had moved many of its fighters to Greece and Cyprus for protection. Iran had the legal right under international law to attack those countries' facilities if they were being used to attack Iran. But Iran showed restraint. Then, Israel used Azerbaijani and Saudi airspace to attack Iran. Whether those countries did that intentionally or not, I leave for you to decide. Despite all of that, the missile barrage did not stop. Iran began to use modern missiles like the Fatah hypersonic missile. The moment came when if Iran fired 10 missiles, all of them passed through a massive barrier of anti-ballistic defenses formed by the combined forces of the top 5 military powers. But here's the shocking part. America, Israel, France, Britain and Jordan could not stop Iranian missiles, so they came up with a new idea to end the war. Imagine you have the support of nearly every government in the world, the United States behind you, and you go to war with a country that's been under sanctions for 4 decades. To put it in perspective, North Korea has 924 sanctions, but Iran has over 5,000. Even with all Iran's disadvantages and Israel's advantages, Israel could only sustain a 10-day war with Iran. After 10 days, Israel was begging for a ceasefire. On day 11, the United States joined Israel and asked Iran for a ceasefire. Iran had planned to break Israel's back, but on the last day of the war, the United States attacked Iran because of pressure from Benjamin Netanyahu on Donald Trump. They bombed Iran's nuclear sites, but those sites were empty. How do I know? If those sites had been active, there would have been radiation leaks forcing city evacuations. Iran did not evacuate, which showed Iran was a step ahead of America. That put Iran in a hard choice: accept a ceasefire or go to war with the United States. Let's be clear, America can't win a conventional fight with Iran. They couldn't do it with the Houthis, and when Yemen, a much weaker country, managed to humiliate America, Iran is far more capable of doing the same. Yet Iran agreed to a ceasefire. Why? Because although the United States can't defeat Iran outright, it can still hurt Iran badly. Iran is the only regional power standing squarely against Israel and America. If Iran's infrastructure were destroyed by an American bombing campaign, rebuilding would take years. And there's the nuclear problem. If Iran ever became truly desperate and tried to destroy Israel's infrastructure, the risk of nuclear escalation would be catastrophic. Israel is believed to possess around 90 nukes, and the United States has over 5,000, while Iran has none. Faced with adversaries that possess nuclear weapons, Iran had very limited options. That's part of why they agreed to a ceasefire, live to fight another day. But another day for Iran looks very different. Iran has already shown it can defeat Israel even when Israel has full Western support. Iran also has two long-term plans for the future that, even on paper, already checkmate America and Israel. Want to know what those are? Make sure to join our Telegram channel, like and subscribe so you don't miss future content as we uncover Iran's master strategy. And remember, your support makes our voice louder. This is Eastwind Brigade, where our voices unite and we rise together.